Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tani. If this is your first time here, and welcome to the Tani experience. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me with a short question and answer segment. On Monday I did ask persons on Instagram to send me some questions and I got a ton of them. Most of them centered around the same thing, which you will see in the video. But I really hope you enjoy this video. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe down below. Be a part of the family. Be an experiencer. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Okay guys, so we're going to get right into it. Before we begin with the questions, I'm just letting you know that I already primed my face using the Maybelline Master Prime. And I applied my brows because it takes the longest and I hate doing brows. Anyways, so my first question that I got was, how did I meet my husband? So I met my husband at work. I'm just applying some concealer on my eyelids to set my set my eyes. I met my husband at work. I worked for a bank called RBTC and he worked for RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. And at the time, Royal Bank of Canada was acquiring RBTC. So as a result, we worked alongside a lot of the RBC staff, and they will normally send persons from their branch to our branch to take up certain roles and whatnot. And we had this mutual friend, Therese. She kept on saying to me that she had a friend that she wanted me to meet and whatnot. I'm like, who is this friend? She wants me to meet so much. And then she introduced me to Carlisle. And long story short, 2 years later we were married and moving to Canada to start our new life. And that's how it happened, all so quickly. But we'll go more in depth one day for more detailed video on how we met and whatnot. But that's basically the gist of how we met. So the next question that I got was about goals. I got a lot of persons asking me what are my future goals. Like, that was the majority of the responses that I got. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to start with short-term goals, then mid-term goals, and then long-term goals. Oh my god, I'm saying so much, y'all. Like, let me try to stop. I'm going to be using the Saharan blush palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be taking this really nice pink blush and using it in my crease. So short-term goals. My first short-term goal, fun fact about me, I don't drive. So literally if Carlisle is not available, I have to take the bus, and I hate taking the bus. So the only way for me to not take the bus is for me to learn to drive. So I'm going to be doing my theory very soon. I'm hoping that it's very soon because I've been procrastinating on that for like since the time we came here. So yeah, I'm hoping I can do that before the year ends. Another short-term goal, bear with me because I have them written down on my phone. Yes, another short-term goal of mine is to remain consistent and be disciplined when it comes to content creating, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. I believe that's the main hindrance that has been like keeping me back. It's mostly my consistency, and that's as a result of I work in retail basically, and my schedule is not very predictable. So normally, because of the lack of, normalcy, I should say, in a schedule, it really keeps me from not really creating how I would like. So my goal is to stay consistent. A mid-term goal, if that's the term, I know it's like far-fetched, but I do want to hit 100k subscribers. Yes, I said 100k subscribers by next summer. I think it's very possible. Once I remain consistent and I put in the hard work, I believe that it is possible. So that's my goal. Don't judge me for it, but that's my goal. And my other mid-term goal is to travel the world. I really intend to travel more in 2020 if God's willing. So that's another one. Then when it comes to long-term goals, my long-term goal, well, it starts off now but it goes into long-term. It's really to just live a life that is pleasing in the sight of God, so that when I meet my Savior, his words to me will be, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." That is what I want to hear from God when the world is over, when I die. So my main goal, and that's literally my main goal, is to live a life that is pleasing in the sight of God. So I'm using the Take Me to Brazil palette from BH, and I'm taking this dark purple right here, white chalk, and I will just be applying it in my crease. Another long-term goal of mine is to inspire people. I believe that I am one of those people who has basically all odds against me. I'm black, I'm 26, which is considered kind of old in this industry, and I'm just starting off. And on top of that, I'm from a third world country. So like the combination of these three things, it typically does not look bright. But I intend to be the anomaly to that. And it's not that I'm prideful or boastful or overconfident. It's just that I believe that I serve a mighty God, and his will be fulfilled in my life, whether I'm 26 or I'm 30. So I just intend to inspire people as much as possible. I also want to help out a lot, like persons in need. Kalal and I were supposed to actually go on a mission trip this year, but that did not happen. So I do want to make up for that in the future, like just go on mission trips and that type of thing, just to help persons that are in need, because I believe that I've lived a very blessed life, and there are so many people in the world that are suffering, guys. So many people that are suffering. So I definitely want to make a difference in when it comes to that. And lastly, my last long-term goal is basically to create generational wealth. Like, I really don't want my future generation to be a part of that. It's a part of that, but I don't want us to struggle the way our parents struggled. So one of my main goals is definitely to create generational wealth, and I intend to do so by different business ideas that I have, and I just believe it will all fall into place. So I am a strong believer that what's meant to be will be, and I have faith that God is going to work all things for my good. Someone asked me, what was your hardest tribulation you faced moving to Canada, and what's the best decision that came out of it? So definitely that's a no-brainer. It is definitely financial tribulation. Guys, when I moved here, we were very blessed. Kala and I were very blessed. Everything was taken care of. I went to school debt-free. Like, our finances were just on point. Like, God really blessed us richly. And I'm just cutting my crease right now. Sorry to cut off the question, but I'm cutting my crease with the same concealer. So yeah, basically we were not very good stewards of our finances. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys, because I don't want people to make the same mistakes that we did. I'm not going to go in depth with exactly how we spent our money and what we were not doing and what we should have done, but this is just like a brief synopsis of what happened. So we were not very good stewards of our finances until God humbled us, and basically we went through a season for, as a better word, a season of financial difficulty. And during that time, the best thing that came out of it is during that time I was forced to just rely on God solely, because I had put so much faith in people. I almost forgot that God was basically my main provider. He was the one providing all the blessings. But I put so much faith in people, and I looked up to people more than I actually took time out to thank God for what He was doing for us. And during that season, I definitely learned to rely on God solely. Another thing is that I had gotten so comfortable with my life that and I had so many goals before, but then because our finances were booming, I had forgotten about all of those goals and dreams that I had for myself. I stopped using my talent to further myself, and during that season God really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I started three businesses while I was off social media actually. So I now have, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to boast. They're not exactly like the most successful businesses out there, but it's definitely a start. But I'm just letting you know, like, being in that situation really pushed me to make that move, because had I not have been in that situation, I would still be in my comfortable zone, not doing anything to further myself, not walking in my purpose because of just being comfortable. So I'm happy that we had to go through those difficult times in order for me to be able to find myself and just draw closer to God. And during that time, yeah, basically I just drew closer to God, and He really opened my eyes and showed me like what He really wants for me and how I was supposed to achieve it. So that's what came out of it. I hope that was a good answer, and I hope somebody can be inspired by that. The next question I got is, how far would I like to reach as a content creator? Will it be casual or something you see as a future career? So definitely I would like to reach as far as this can possibly go. Like, there is no limit. Like, the more I can go, the more I will go, and I would like to go in this industry. I definitely see this as a career path for me. That is all I want to do, is content creating. Obviously right now it's not realistic for me because I'm just starting off, but my goal is definitely to do content creating full time, because I am really passionate about, just being creative. Like, I have so many ideas, but again, it's just my schedule not allowing me to be able to do it. But we're getting there, but definitely I want to do this as a career, and I'm trying to take it more seriously, because at the end of the day, that's what I want for myself. I definitely have to work on it so that it could become a reality. So yes, to answer your question, yes, this is definitely one of mine. I know I'm starting very late in the game, and some might consider me an old person in the VC or just the content creating industry, but I'm going to take on the challenge and see where it takes me. How did you overcome your depression and anxiety? To be honest, guys, I'm still a work in progress. I will not say that I've totally overcome anxiety and depression. I'm going to be using this gold right here in the Morphe, what is this? The 3502 palette. So yeah, I'm just applying this to my eyelid. So as I was saying, I'm definitely a work in progress. I'm definitely, oh my gosh, now I'm saying definitely a lot. I do have my good days and I have my bad days, but honestly, the way I started to get over it is by just giving my struggles to God. He's the only one that could really get us out of this situation, because mental health is very important, and we don't realize how, if we do not take captive of our mind, there are so much things that go on in your head, and most of them are not even what they ever seem to be. Like, so definitely it's relying on God and allowing Him to take perfect control of my mind. Another thing I do, and I've made it a part of my lifestyle, is fasting. If you don't know what fasting is, it's basically sacrificing food for a period of time. It could be a partial fast where you decide to maybe leave out meat from your diet for a period of time, or it could be a full fast where you decide to just do liquids, and during that time you just draw closer to God, you stay in His word, you pray, you worship and whatnot, and just ask him for direction as to where he wants, his life and your life. And that's basically what fasting and prayer is. So I've definitely made this a lifestyle, and I try to do it very often, as often as possible, so that really helps me throughout my depression and my anxiety. But I strongly believe that once you're aware that it's the enemy trying to put thoughts in your head and you just dismiss it, that helps as well. At least for me, that helps for me. That's my belief, and it helps for me. So you could definitely try that. My last question is, what are my biggest pet peeves? So guys, my biggest pet peeve is when persons refuse to flush the toilet after they use it. It could be at home, in a public toilet, wherever. Just flush the toilet, okay? Just flush it. Like, ain't nobody have to see what you did there. We don't have to see. We don't want to see either. And it irritates me when somebody does not flush the toilet, or they leave dirt on the toilet, or it's just a hot mess. Like, it irritates me. My next pet peeve is when people are late. I'm so random, but I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade Cappuccino. It's a little darker than my skin tone, but I like when my foundation is a little darker, so yeah. But yes, when people are late, it frustrates me. And the funny thing is, I'm not the most punctual person, but I must say this year I definitely try to curb on that. I made a conscious effort to be early, so as a result I expect the same from people. So yep, that's my next pet peeve. Please don't judge my beauty blender. I need a new one, but for now I'm gonna use the one I have. So guys, that's basically it for the question and answer segment. I'm just going to finish off the get ready with me part, so you guys could just watch while I finish my makeup and enjoy the music. I'm going back in with my CoverGirl concealer to highlight. I'm now going to go in with my Espen powder. I got this one at Walmart when I was in Atlanta. I don't think they carry it here in Canada, but it's thebomb.com. Like, I love it. Loose powder in the shade Deep. I'm going to use the same brush to contour, and I'm just using my Ellie Pro Face. And we go Pro Face. I'm going to set my face using this NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. And I apply a lot. I'm going to be using the Master Chrome highlight to highlight my face, and I just sprayed my brush with some setting spray so that the highlights can pop. You'll see this highlight though. Sahara Blush Palette Volume 2, and I'm just using the B blush. It's my favorite. As you can see, I keep pan, so yeah. Okay guys, so I applied my lips off camera because my camera died. So this is it for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below so that, and also turn on your post notifications so that you know every time that I post a video. I would also like to say a special thanks to everyone who sent me questions and participated in my question and answer forum. I really appreciate you guys. I also appreciate everyone who supported me on my last video. I got so many comments and so many messages about the video. So many people related to what I went through, and it just made me feel really good to know that I was not in the struggle alone, and we're all in this together. And this is what I want for my YouTube channel, to be a space where we could just come and relate and get better. So I really appreciate you guys, and I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.